Have you ever had your personality, like the way you present, actually change over time because you were under so much stress? I'm asking that as a rhetorical question, but I'm guessing many of you have had that exact experience. I know for me, I was working this one job where I would come home, my husband would just look at me and just be instantly like concerned. And I was like, but it's fine. Like, what's your problem? And he could see just over time how this particular job was just really doing a number on me. I just presented differently. Over time, I realized that I was starting to feel depressed, but I wouldn't feel that way once I left work, which is interesting, right? Situational depression. It wasn't good. I'm so glad that I paid attention to that and eventually decided to part ways because it was not the right fit for me. So when it comes to moodiness and, feeling like other people maybe are telling you that you seem really moody or irritable, it's worth taking a look at your present life circumstances to see, like, wait, are they just saying that because I'm under this amount of pressure with this new role at work? Are they just saying that because I don't sleep anymore since my baby was born? Like, why are they actually saying that? Is it because I'm a moody person? Or do I have sensitivities to certain, lifestyle practices, lifestyle habits that make me more prone to present in a different way when I'm under stress? I think asking yourself those questions takes out a lot more of the personalization and blaming yourself for your personality or your character or just who you are, or owning something about yourself that isn't actually inherent to who you are. It's just the way that you're reacting to your current circumstances because they're so stressful. Think about the last time that you were, on vacation or hanging out with a group of friends, having a really good time, eating, good food, drinking water, having fun, and not having deadlines or things you had to get done or places you had to get to in a hurry. And what was your personality like? What was your energy like? Were you moody then? Okay, so then maybe there's something else going on. However, if you were showing up very differently than you are today, right, in the middle, of the work week or whatever is going on for you, planning a big family gathering and feeling overwhelmed, and there's a good chance that stress is actually affecting your personality. And there's been some studies, I'll link some studies down at the bottom, but there was this one that went over the effects of stress on personality traits over time. And they actually showed that for those who were experiencing peaks in perceived stress, so what they reported as far as number of stressors going on in their life, those same individuals reported peaks in their pessimism. They just saw the world more negatively and they just interpreted things that way. So the more they felt that stress was going up, the more they interpreted things negatively. And the researchers said, they're not sure if this is because that's what actually was going on, or people who, were feeling more pessimistic tended to notice stressors more and then list more stressors. But either way, it's not great. Right? If you're under a lot of pressure, it's more likely that you're going to be seeing things in a more negative light. You might see yourself in a more negative light, as well as your circumstances, the world around you, people you're in relationship with. You're going to be putting everything under a much more negative filter when your stress is just sort of it's not reined in. And then there was this other study, for those of you who have young children, that was parents of kids from 5 to 18, and as well as 3 to 9. And they were talking about, or actually just 3 to 9, sorry. You will see that if you go to the link. So parents of kids who were ages 3 to 9, and they were looking at how parental stress affected children's behaviors and vice versa. And they saw that it's very transactional. If kids' behaviors are more difficult for whatever reason, the parental stress tended to go up as well. And also, as parental stress went up, children's behaviors tended to worsen as well. So they were both impacting each other. So like just thinking about the consequences of being under stress that isn't well managed, like then it's even like affecting your kids' behaviors, and then that's adding on to things, right? So yeah, that's why I just wanted to come and talk with you about like, is she moody or does she need a break? Was she born with it or does she need some sleep? Right. So it's really, really vital that we protect the emotional health and physical well-being of people in general, of course, but I think especially moms, right, caretakers, because everyone under their charge could actually be adding on to their stress if the stress isn't well managed. And then also the people who they are taking care of also might not be doing as well as they could be if that woman were fully like well nourished and feeling rested and having breaks like they need to. It might not be a personality trait. It might just be the way that stress is affecting the way that you show up in your day-to-day life. That's crazy. So I'm just confirming for you what you already knew. You may be watching this and thinking like, duh, I'm just confirming for you what you already knew, right? And so let's take it seriously. Like, let's do something about that, because we're not going to function well like that just forever. You've got to make some changes. So I want you to make sure that you are asking for help if you need it, if you can think of ways that other people can support you to get breaks, whether it's dropping the kids off with someone trusted, maybe investing in some like daycare or some extracurricular activities where they're like off doing something cool, but you don't have to like be fully focused, and you can just like catch up with your girlfriend on the phone or read a book or just like look at the sky and just not have anyone asking you questions. Anyone else here have a 3, almost 4-year-old who asks all the questions? Yeah. Yeah, let's just stop maybe like blaming ourselves for the ways that we are naturally responding to stress, because that's just sort of like what stress does. So we have to manage that if we're going to get some relief, so that we can seem to other people like we're more vibrant, have more energy, we're in a better mood, right? You may have your partner being like, why are you so moody all the time? There's a reason. You got to help me out. So anyway, just coming here to give you validation, essentially. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.